Good evening to the brothers of the Eastern Region. My name is Rashawn Howard. I am your Eastern Regional Director of Bigger and Better Business, and I am excited to be before you today, presenting another rendition of our first Tuesday. This time, we're going to be talking about the chapter of the year rubric, Demystified. Now, listen. First, I want to make sure that I cover protocol. I want to thank all of, first of all, on behalf of our Eastern Regional Director, the 28th Eastern Regional Director, the Honorable Brother Nigel Coelho, all of my fellow Eastern Regional Board members, members of the DSC, members of PBS, life members, chapter presidents, and all of the brothers of the Eastern region. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope that this first Tuesday really sheds and brings some light to what successful programming can and should look like, especially in the area of BBB. We've been talking all fall now about the importance of strong programming to ensure success of our chapters. And there's a lot of great things happening in Bigger and Better Business under the leadership of our International Director of Bigger and Better Business, Brother Charles Jones. And some of the things that we are doing and transitioning in is to help ensure chapter efficiency, chapter strength, and chapter success so that way we can take these programs and go and get more money, more grants, more sponsorship opportunities, and also grow our chapters. So let's continue. All right. So first of all, if you haven't yet, please go on ahead and click and subscribe to our Impact 1914 page where you'll be seeing videos like this and additional educational videos for bigger and better business right here on Impact 1914, especially our first Tuesdays, which will pick back up again in February after this one here. Here's some of the things that we have coming up, some of the things that we've already done. In November, we had an excellent first Tuesday where we talked about the Black Spin Initiative. And we'll actually talk about that a little bit more today, as well as it refers to chapter strength. Now we're talking about the chapter of the year rubric. And in February, we will be talking about model chapter programming. And what does that look like? So today we'll talk about, okay, here's what the rubric looks like in reference to how you qualify to actually get an award in BBB. In February, we'll be talking about how do you become a model chapter? How do you become a model chapter, not just in BBB, but in membership, in social action, education, all of those things. And then in March, we'll be talking about PIA efficiency. You notice the trend here, right? We want to make sure that the Brotherhood has a complete understanding on how to maximize, utilize the PIAs, not just for chapter success in membership and for awards, but also for community success. And using the PIAs as a way to go out and grab greater partnerships in conjunction with Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. And then we're going to come back in April and we're going to discuss how to amplify the things that you're doing in bigger and better business. Okay. All right. So let's jump right into it, guys. I don't want to be before you too long. And I really want to make sure that you guys are seeing and learning. If you have not heard yet, for the Eastern Regional Conference 2026 and for the foreseeable future, and our National Director of Bigger and Better Business is also adopting a format similar to this. We are changing the way you qualify for Bigger and Better Business Awards on the Eastern Regional level, okay? It's no longer how many PIAs you put in, how much black spin numbers you do, all of those things, because you can put a bunch of PIAs in and you can have a bunch of black spin entries, but does that mean we're really making an impact in bigger and better business? Does that mean we're really making an impact in our communities, right? So this rubric, this change is a goal and a ploy or a plea really to assist the chapters in engaging deeper into your communities around bigger and better business. So there is a format, right? So you have, number of PIAs, number of service hours, your black spin dollars, and then initiatives supported. Okay, brothers, There are a multitude of different initiatives when we talk about bigger and better business. Okay. And so I want to show you what I'm referring to when we talk about, hey, there's a multitude of bigger and better business initiatives. Are we maximizing those initiatives throughout the year, or are we just focusing on black spin? Are we focused on all the things that we should be focused on when it comes to bigger and better business? Or are we missing something, right? So that is when we talk about what initiatives are we discussing. Yeah, I want to go over to the website and I'm going to show you the different bigger and better business initiatives that we should be covering and discussing during this time. Okay, so when we look at that, here is the bigger and better business website. There is Brother Charles Jones, International Director of Bigger and Better Business, and all of our key initiatives, right? So we have the Sigma Business Locator, which connects Sigma businesses to other Sigma brothers to be able to support and keep our dollars in the Sigma network, right? Then we have the Billboard Jackson, which is an entrepreneurship initiative. So anything we do around supporting small business growth inside of Phi Beta Sigma, small business education, that along with the SBA initiative, which is lower, those two kind of work hand in hand. Then you have the Adopt a Business initiative, which can also work with Black Spin. Do you have a business that you're adopting, that you're using consistently for your programs, that your chapter goes to consistently to eat after chapter meetings, or doing chapter meetings, a caterer that you use consistently? Have you adopted that business in an official MOU capacity? And how are you utilizing that relationship to also add value to the brotherhood? The Black Spin Initiative, financial literacy, right? The investment club. Our brothers participating in the international investment club competitions. Our chapters doing financial literacy workshops for not just for the brotherhood, but for their communities, right? And then dress for success. Are we talking about the proper ways to wear a suit, the proper ways to prepare for an interview, professional growth when it comes to the brotherhood? And are we talking about home ownership, right? Are we discussing tax efficiency and the Small Business Administration? So all of these different initiatives are all initiatives to cover and to follow for bigger and better business. Now, if you want to get a deeper understanding of these initiatives, you can go right to the Eastern Regional Resource Guide, impact1914.org, and you'll find the website that I was just on. You click that. You can also find different international programs from this. But here you can see some of the different programs we've done, and then the initiatives explained, right? So we have the Billboard Jackson, the Black Spin, Small Business Administration, Project Vita. We have Dress for Success, financial literacy, NARAB, Adopt a Business, and then other initiatives connected to membership that also work. And then you're going to see all the flyers here as well. So, brothers, the resources are there. It's just how you use them, right? So I'm going to challenge our chapter presidents, vice presidents, our directors, our local directors of Bigger and Better Business, our area coordinators of Bigger and Better Business to maximize the resources that are available to ensure that we have the opportunity to really do the things that we're trying to do when it comes to being able to not just win awards, but make a difference in our community, right? To really impact the things that we're doing on an everyday basis in our community around bigger and better business. So let's continue on. Okay, so here's the rubric, right? So PIAs. Let's talk about qualifying PIAs. If you went to the barbershop, like I did a couple weeks ago, it's time for a new cut, right? And your barber's black, and you submitted that $60 or so to the chapter president or to Eastern or to your local director of Bigger and Better Business as listen, not Black Spin. We want you to record that. We do, but that's not a program, right? So that's not going to count towards your PIA numbers, okay, when it comes to awards. But you still have to do the PIA because, again, that is the only system Five-Cent Attorney Incorporated has right now to record all of the things that we're doing when it comes to the work, the service work, living by our motto, culture for service and service for humanity, and the fraternity. So you have to do the PIA. The PIA for everything. We should be PIA in it up, right? Currently, for BBB, we have 511 PIAs. I would venture to say, I know there's more out there. We just aren't recording it. We need to record our work. We're going to talk about that another time, so I'm not going to go deep into that. Then we're going to break down the PIAs with service hours. So the PIAs that qualify as actual programs, right? What are the service hours there? What are the service hours that you have there? And then where do you rank in Black Spin? Is your chapter participating in Black Spin? And what does that look like? Here's the kicker, though. We want to create a major impact in bigger and better business, right? We want to get back to Project Seed. We want to get back to Sigma economic and empowerment development, right? We want to empower economic growth through all of those initiatives. Every single one of those initiatives that we have for bigger and better business for the fraternity falls under Project Seed, right? Real estate, small business growth, financial literacy, professional development. Essentially, those are where all of those things are, right? And so we want to make sure that we're creating a seed impact, that we're engaging, that we're educating, and then empowering. And in order to do that, we need to make sure we're hitting on multiple initiatives, not just Black Spin, not just financial literacy, not just professional development, right? There's a chapter that does an annual fair that covers all those things. There's different table-ins and speaking engagements and roundtables and all of that for their community. I mean, that is impact. That is just really, really honing in on bigger and better business and making sure that things are happening. The NARAB community fairs that don't just speak real estate, but talk financial literacy, that talk professional development, that is impact, right? So we want to make sure that the chapters are focusing on at least 4 of those initiatives that we discussed earlier. If your chapter doesn't have at least 4 separate bigger and better initiatives, you do not qualify for the Bigger and Better Business Award. Let me say that again, okay? I'm going to repeat myself. There are multiple bigger and better initiatives. We have financial literacy, we have Black Spin, we have professional development, we have NARAB, Adopt a Business, Billboard Jackson, Small Business Association, Administration, right? All of those things. If your chapter doesn't have a PIA in at least 4 of those initiatives, your chapter will automatically be disqualified for an opportunity to win a BBB award. Let me break that down. Let me show you what I'm referring to, what that looks like. What does that mean? Okay. So very, very quickly, you guys got a little sneak peek already, but I'm getting ready to black this stuff out. Hold on. Let me actually stop sharing really quick. I want to black these chapters out here. I don't want you guys, I'm not here to call anybody out or say what a chapter is and isn't doing. This is for educational purposes only. So because of that, we are going to X out the chapters as I show you what things look like as of today. When it comes to chapter award qualification. Okay. All right. So now that we got that going, I'm going to share my screen back again. And we're going to share what we're talking about. We're going to show you real time what we're talking about. Okay. So again, took the chapter names out because this is for educational and training purposes only. We're not here to call out any chapters. We're not here to, put one chapter over another. So each chapter has a letter of the alphabet from A all the way down to AJ or something like that, right? And so what I do want to identify and call out is out of 511 PIAs, 374 of them is black spin entries. Only 158 of them qualify as an actual bigger and better business program. Now, we have over 130 chapters in the Eastern region. Okay. We are on our 340th day of the year, and we only have 158 program PIAs in the system. Let's talk about how we can change that. Reach out to me, reach out to my team. Let's talk about how we can change that throughout the year. Okay. Let's definitely discuss that. All right. Also, can I switch sides here? We're going to do a side by side. No, okay. I just want to move myself over here. Here we go. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. I'm like, listen, I'm covering the data. Okay. All right. Only 44 chapters, again, out of 130 something chapters, have actually reported any type of PIA. And only 12 chapters in this new format currently qualify for the Bigger and Better Business Award. And again, in order to qualify, you have to do at least four initiatives, right? So here we go. So these are the different chapters here. And this is the amount of PIAs they have, actual program PIA. So what we did was we took out Bigger and Better Business PIAs, unless it was actually a bigger and better. We took out black spin PIAs, unless it was actually a black spin program. Okay. And if it was a black spin program, we kept it in. And that's where we got to 158 total program PIAs broken down this way. Chapter Z is killing it. They got 32 BBB PIAs that is not black spin. Isn't that crazy? That's awesome. The most after that is 8, right? So in the old format, Chapter Z would have won the Bigger and Better Business Award because they have the most PIAs, right? And nobody else would even have had a chance. That's not how we're doing this moving forward, right? There's 3 categories. Once you hit the qualifier, there's 3 categories. So out of the 12 chapters that qualify, and you can see here, these are the only chapters that did 4. I didn't even put the other numbers in, just took them out because, again, for training purposes. Out of the 12 chapters that qualified, Chapter G had the most in black spin dollars. Now, these are real numbers. I just took the chapter names out. Okay. These are real numbers. I just took the chapter names out. Okay. So out of the 12 chapters that qualified, this is what's happening with black spin. 3 of the chapters that qualified don't even have black spin entry enter. So they're doing bigger and better business without any black spin. And I'm not going to say I'm upset about that. I'm saying let's get some black spin dollars in, right? But they're doing the bigger and better business things without black spin. So here's the black spin numbers. And then you have the service hours recorded based off of the PIAs that are recorded. And one of the things that I want to identify, guys, and there's a lot of work that I noticed in all of these PIAs that need to be done. Look at the chapter that I have highlighted. Look at W. I have this highlighted here, right? So chapter W, if you go over here, has 4 PIAs, but yet they only have 1 service hour. That doesn't make any sense, right? So what that means is that we're not actually properly putting our service hours in our PIAs. So when we do PIA efficiency in February, we're going to talk about how to properly fill the PIA out. Okay. It's very, very important and vital because Chapter W is missing out on some opportunity here because Chapter W did not properly record their service hours. Okay. So I wanted to point that out. Chapter X, who has 4 PIAs, 23 service hours, that looks and sounds about right. Okay. All right. So now when we look at all of this, you have the service hours, we calculate it, and then the qualifier. If there was a tiebreaker, the chapter with the most BBB initiatives would win. Okay. But in this instance, what we do is it's based off ranking. So chapter Z is ranked first in PIAs, second in black spend dollars, and first in service hours. So their average ranking is 1.3. Chapter G is ranked third in PIAs, first in black spend dollars, and fourth in service hours, while chapter S is ranked fourth in PIAs, third in black spend amount, and fifth in service hours. So all this is calculated, and we have our gold, silver, and bronze level BBB chapter of the year for the Eastern region if the PIAs were to be closed out today. So I just walked the region through how BBB awards are awarded. My challenge to each and every one of you is to take this information, take this video, identify what you might be missing throughout the year, get done what needs to get done. Oh, look, I made it worse. There we go. Get done what you need to get done as a chapter. Sharpen up your bigger and better business PIAs. So when we go to pull this in February to actually calculate and put together the awards for ERC 2026, your chapter is chapter GS or Z. Okay? So, brothers, again, hopefully this was very, very fruitful for you. Hopefully this was very helpful for you. And hopefully you're able to utilize and maximize this information moving forward. Brothers, that is First Tuesday's December 2025 edition. Looking forward to catching up with all of you in April at Eastern Regional Conference, and back on here again the first Tuesday in February. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Impact 1914 YouTube channel, and go back and watch some of the other resources that we've already posted online. Looking forward to connecting with you, brothers. Thank you for allowing me to serve you in this role, in this position. I really, really appreciate it. And remember, guys, strong programming creates strong chapter efficiency, which gives us strong chapter success. Talk to you soon. Go Mob.